Last time on Roll Weird. Our heroes attempt to slow down the Grafton Monster's escape. While Lucas and Bigfoot wade through a zombie horde to reclaim their gear, Dale and Whistler hit the armory for a special weapon. Dani rescues Lucas with a makeshift bomb, and our heroes meet the monster on the top floor of the facility.
Is there a way to get out? Or is it...
Yeah. You can still get back on the stairs. Brittany claps her hands on your ears, and it looks like it should really fucking hurt in the way that it does in movies, and you can hear again.
I'm imagining this monster's a little too heavy to go up the stairs, so...
It will be slower.
I'm gonna de-summon it, and I think as I do, as usual, the thousands of little black hands reach towards me to pull off a little piece. And I think it reaches into Lucas's mouth and it pulls off a pixel. And afterwards, his canine tooth looks just a little bit smaller.
Hell yeah.
Oh, like that.
Okay. I assume you guys go up to the top floor?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Okay. As you climb to the top, you can feel like exhaustion building because climbing stairs this fast and this high always sucks. You enter the top level floor of the dam. There's you can see below you the scaffolding leads super far down, and as you enter in this top floor, we see Mark's chamber click into place. There is this giant like a cage almost above him where the water is flowing through. It's brought in from the base and pumped up here because they have to control the flow regulation here, and they are using it to crash down on him, and it finally shuts off. We see that Mark is still being pinned by the spears, but is close to wriggling out of them. His smaller hand has ripped itself off to get out of the shackle. The right side arm, the stronger one, has not done that yet. But his left side hand is clearly regenerating quickly. And this part of the building itself is largely meant for observation. There's a bunch of windows and stuff here and cameras to look at the outside of the building because this is the best vantage point.
I called Jerry.
You call Jerry. Oh, hey, boss. How's it going?
Dude, do you remember the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're fighting that guy, but not our friend that guy. The big,
I was gonna say, I hope Mr. Hyde doesn't look like that.
No, it's Mark. He's... I don't remember.
I thought his name was Edward.
No, he's somehow related to the guy on our team. Shit. God,
okay.
What's his name? You know, the one who's the leader. It's his nephew or something. I don't... They all have weird family connection. Anyway, if you could bring the Queen Anchovy's Revenge... Clark! Mark is related to Clark on our team. Anyway, if you could bring the Queen Anchovy's Revenge here... That'd be great. I need the flamethrower, and I need you to start breaking out the good mushrooms.
I have some good news. We're actually still outside the building. Never left.
Yeah, bring it to where I am, though.
But you said you're on the... Aren't you... Where are you? I don't see you.
Bring it! Use the Find My Friend on my phone, and just bring it here, Jerry! Jesus!
It says you're in the dam! I don't know what to do!
It's not a real pirate ship. You can't drive it onto the water.
It's an amphibious vehicle.
I'm gonna roll a dice, and I'm gonna see if Jerry drives this thing into the water.
It's an all-terrain vehicle.
Okay, and if you recall, in I think the first or second episode of this arc, I rolled to see if it was, in fact, aquatic.
I don't remember if it is or not.
I didn't tell you.
Yeah, we don't know.
Bring me the flamethrower, Jerry!
Cool. Jerry's gonna act of his own volition, and I won't tell you what for a little bit.
We're gonna be halfway through the fight. We're gonna gonna look out the window and the Queen Anchovy's Revenge is just gonna sail in slow motion over the
Or we're just gonna see it ass up floating down the river.
Buy a t-shirt, y'all. Support the Queen Anchovy's Revenge repairs that are going to be needed after this episode. Buy a t-shirt. They're on our store. WearTheMayRadio.com. You can get the old shirt. You can get the new logo shirt. You can get a Queen Anchovy's Revenge shirt. Go buy some merch.
Remember, buying merch with the real money helps us with the pretend repairs.
It's true.
Yeah. You guys are there. You see the containment thing. It doesn't seem to be exposing him at all.
Well, he's already naked.
All right. I really was hoping it would come to me. Well, I need to get in there to get this thing on him, but
Is there anything we can do to prep him while we wait?
Like, do you want us to start blasting?
is it?
At the very least, I can make sure that they don't make a break for off the,
Platform?
what are we on? Dam. So that they can't make a break for it off the dam mid-fight.
Okay.
If you can trap him here, that would be extremely useful. Only if you can also lift it in case we need to dip.
Oh yeah, that part's easy.
Could you also tell Jackal where Britt's camp is so we can go there?
Give me his number.
I give Britt Jekyll's number.
And then that way, once we get Mark weak enough, we can get over to that place and hopefully keep him down long enough to get Jackal there. Theoretically, it'll take the Grey Wash at least a little bit of time to track us there. I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually, but...
Dale, while you're talking, you get a text from your dad that asks you why he just saw several Gravewatch trucks roll through town.
New phone, who dis?
Yeah, Maskell already called me on this phone. Honestly, I feel like I should just break it at this point. Fuck this.
You want me to talk as an official representative of the
No.
tenders of the steel? I'm great with parents.
Not even a little bit. All right, I'm
Clark, I
gonna
can
call that
handle
number.
this.
Whatever
I
he
don't
texted
think
me
that-
on, I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, you give him a ring, and you hear the sound of like driving really, really fast. Son, what is going on?
Maskell fucked us. He put an APB on our location. Now every Gravewatch agent in a fucking hearing range is coming to tear Mark apart. We're trying to figure some shit out, but if you have any sway at all that you could slow this shit down or redirect them somewhere, I would greatly appreciate that.
That's a good point. Roll me deal with an agency.
God, if only Sharp weren't my worst fucking trait. Okay, that's a 7. I don't remember what a 7 does for this.
It means they're gonna be pissed.
All right.
Yeah. Pissed is the agency itself, not your dad.
Yeah.
Your dad says, I can do that, but it means that I won't be able to join you in this fight.
That's fine. Just keep them off us.
And you tacitly accept that you probably won't see your dad while he's still in town.
Yeah. Aww.
He was on his way to help you fight,
close.
and now he can't.
Dads, am I right?
There's not even a goodbye. He just hangs up.
Yeah. And I think after that, I'm just gonna throw the phone on the ground and shoot it. Just I don't want that's cool. Fucking with us. All right, let's focus.
Yeah. Brittany gives you like a tiny side hug, but other than that, yeah,
No Christian side hug.
a good
Brittany-
a good Christian side hug.
I don't think I'm exactly strong enough to do the entire dam on my own. Would you mind helping me with this spell?
What's the? Yeah.
And I want to use magic to trap a specific person, minion, or monster
I was thinking the same thing.
on the dam.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll use magic.
All right. That is going to be a grand total of 8 from me.
Okay, go ahead and choose a glitch, and I will help you
All right.
as Brittany provides assistance.
Yeah. What glitch do I want?
One harm.
Yeah, one harm's so boring, though.
Not if you keep taking it. It's boring if you take it once. It's real saucy if you take it every time.
I mean, side effects is always fun. It also just sort of puts the ball back in Lee's court and makes him come up with something interesting.
Yeah, I
That's
think I
true.
am going to make it a side effect, and I'm going to use bad luck charm, so whenever I use magic and miss, the backlash never affects me directly if there's someone else around.
Oh, I
It'll
know
go
exactly
for-
who it's going to affect.
It'll go for allies, other hunters, innocent bystanders. Sometimes it might even hit an enemy.
As you cast the spell, we see.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's only on a miss. It's not on a
Mixed success.
mixed success.
Okay. As you cast the spell, there is a moment where Brittany, her magic looks way different than yours. Obviously, hers is like the old black magic, where yours is like this newfangled shiny thing, and it clearly isn't blending very well. Like she's misreading what you're trying to do sometimes. And though Mark has the, well, tell me what it looks like when it traps Mark specifically, and I will tell you what happens afterwards.
I think what it looks like is as they're moving, there's almost like a digital after effect following them, and it kind of slowly the digital after effect begins to fill their shadow till their shadow looks pixelated. And anytime they would try to leave the dam, the pixelated shadow would stay on the dam and reach and pull them back in.
I love it. So it looks like there's like almost like a fight happening right now, as Mark breaks through his second shackle and starts slamming his fist into this top cage, which would free him, which would get him out of the building. And as he's doing so, another large fist wraps around his giant arm and yanks it backwards. And now it looks like there's like basically a big wrestling match happening. However, as you take a second to process what's in front of you, if you take a step, you notice that something else behind you does the exact same thing. So Lucas and Brittany have the same effect placed on them. The two of you cannot leave the dam.
All right, so as long as Mark's trapped here, so are me and Brittany.
She's like trying to like push it away, surprised that this thing has like digitized into existence.
All right, we'll work with that. I figure, Whistler, you might be the only one that can do anything to this thing damage-wise. I don't know of any of us.
I mean, I can try. They've been hitting it with electricity, so I don't think any of the lightning from Petey would work, but, you know, there's always old reliable. They say, brandishing their, like, very skinny little ghost fist. How far away is the platform?
I mean, it's like 20, 30 feet.
Can I get to it, or is there, like...
If you phase through the wall, absolutely.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a big glass tube.
cool. Then
It's not actually glass, but...
Whistler's gonna, phase through and make their way towards Mark. Honestly, a lot of their fear, maybe irrational, is just coming from the fact that it's like, oh god, but this is Dale's brother. They're gonna be mad at me.
Yeah. What does it look like when you attack Mark?
Well, Mark's being kind of like, you know, both pinned down by the restraints and Lucas and Brittany's spell. So it honestly looks, I think, a little unfair, and they just kind of straight up sucker punch him.
Beautiful. All right, go ahead and roll me kick some ass. I assume this is the life drain ability.
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because if they've been taking electricity, I don't know if the other one's gonna work as well.
I think he's only resistant to electricity.
Correct.
I
He's
don't
on
think
immune
You
to
are
hurricane.
using life drain. If it's the magic spell, it's magic and not kick some ass.
Because it's fucking what's it called? Unholy
Monstrous.
Strength.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never
Where
mind.
you use
Oh.
weird for your kick some ass rolls.
Okay. Dope.
Ah.
And it's also like a natural attack because you're a monster. But that's a full
Cool.
success. So
Mhm.
actually, it's a 12 plus, and I have the advanced move. Oh, goody goody.
You do you?
Dope, dope,
what-
dope.
Okay, what advanced thing do you pick?
I think I'd like to. You completely hold the advantage. All hunters involved in the fight get +1 forward,
Beautiful, beautiful.
and Whistler will do 2 harm, ignore armor, intimate life drain.
Beautiful. Whistler, as you take sort of the like life force out of this creature, you feel it has a ton.
Yeah.
Mark has this like natural, like, despite being like a weirdly sickly kid, his body has so much life to give. Add 1 to this, so you heal 3, but take 5 as Mark reaches his arm around you and starts squeezing your full body. You chose intimate. It's the closest. It's the worst possible damage,
Mm-hmm.
and you are restrained.
Okay. Take 5 damage. I assume I can reduce by 1 because of immortal.
Mhm.
Heal 3, so I take 1 harm.
You take currently 1 harm.
Okay.
You can grab ghosts.
Remember,
Crazy.
intangible or incorporeal only applies to objects.
Objects.
People can always touch Whistler.
I wish they would. I'm so lonely.
Okay, what's next?
Apparently, a one-man show
Jerry.
isn't a fun date, but
Where's Jerry, Lee? Where's Jerry?
where's Jerry?
Where's
Jerry
my flamethrower?
is not Sonic the Hedgehog. Jerry's coming.
Does it look like he's only gonna break out through the top, or does it look like the sides?
He could break out through the sides, ostensibly, and probably has before. He's just pulling out basically his like things that have been impeding him. So his like littler hand is removing those like javelins that are through his body currently.
Can I read about the situation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember, you have a +1 forward, unless that's only
You
for
do.
attacks. I don't think it is.
No, that's everything.
Yeah, it's everything.
In that case, 14.
Okay. What are your questions?
There's so many good ones here because there's so many dangers. There's so much bad to read about. I guess dangers we haven't noticed.
Very quickly. The thing that is holding the monster back, every time, like the shadowy digital figure, every time Mark hits it, it starts to fade a little bit more. He's becoming resistant to the being trapped here spell, or like figuring out how to break it down.
Yeah, it bought us some time at least.
It's not
Okay.
gone. You still have it, but
Mhm.
that's the thing that Mark's like adaptation is currently adjusting to.
All right. I am looking at the scorpion thing. I'm looking at Mark. What's most vulnerable to me? How would I best get this thing on him?
Right now, every one of Mark's arms is taken. Right now is maybe a better time than any to attach it to him because there's so much going on.
Okay, then best way into the tube.
The cage is meant to open. It's meant to be able to like let stuff in and out. That's how they get him in here.
So do I see like the door?
There's a release like lever. I think you can tell.
Okay.
So you might have to open it and close it again, but that shouldn't take a lot of effort.
All right. I'm gonna be like, the shadow's fading fast. We gotta act now, and we gotta act quick. I'm going in now. I'm gonna need someone to distract him while I try to put this thing on. or else I can distract and someone else can do it. But I'm going in.
I'll dude, we haven't tried like talking to him, so I'll just like talk mano a mano. I got this.
Respect the spirit.
Okay.
Yeah,
You pull a lever, and the cage that sits atop the tube slides across, such that there is now open sky above Mark, and you can climb upstairs, get into it, fall down, and then have someone else close it again.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'll go in. I'll open it so that way you can get the weapon ready, and I'll try and talk to him, and then you blast him.
I think I have to attach it to him. It's not like a gun.
Oh, but yeah, you.
So I have to also like be in there with him.
Yeah.
So let's run up.
We
back
do
the
that.
fucking stairs.
Sure. Soren, go ahead and roll me kick some ass.
Oh, 8.
8. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll take a second for you to apply this. However, Mark is currently restrained by magic. His big arm is currently being used on someone else. His little arm is pulling out the javelins, and is also being just like yanked away by this like digital monster. So I'm gonna say that you take 3 harm as his body pushes backwards until it hits the tube. So you are slammed hard between Mark and the bulletproof glass tube. As they're trying to resist you, as you are attaching this, like, many-bladed, like, scorpion-ass looking thing to Mark's back. And as you turn it on, you hear this strange charge, and it's not actually, like, it's not like static shocking him here. You can feel this, like, weird, like, pulse of energy that ripples through him. You can see it, like, reverberate out through his back, and he shakes and shudders, and like seems to move like really slowly, like he's on tranquilizers.
Okay, that.
Can I talk to him?
You certainly can. What do you
Yeah,
say?
I'm trying to distract him from Dale. So I'm gonna say, "Hey, Mark, I'm friends with your nephew, Clark. My name's Dani. Who? If you were a Ninja Turtle, which one do you think you'd be?"
Roll me protect someone.
That's a 6, and protect someone is what? Cool, tough. Okay, so a 7.
7. Okay. Yeah. You protect them, okay, but you suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. I don't think that's physically possible from where you are, so what I'll say is, Dale, you can reduce the harm by 1 as, you can see...
went with Dale. I followed Dale.
Oh, you're in the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I'm standing in the doorway, but I ran with Dale there.
Okay. As per the distraction, it turns its attention on you and whips around. Rather than continuing to crush Dale with its back into the tube, it slams you with its smaller arm, and you're going to go ahead and take 2, and Dale instead only take 1, from what I said earlier.
And I'll reduce that with the armor I'm wearing, because I
Correct.
think I'm wearing armor, so then that's... I'm not looking too hot, y'all.
So you'd only take 1 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was mine
but
reduced by armor as well already from mine?
It would be, yeah. Yeah, this current attack is physical.
Okay, so I take 0.
Cool. You're going to need that.
Cool, yeah. Okay.
Scared.
I wasn't sure if it was because it was crushing me. I was like, am I getting...
That's why it was so high, but yeah.
Anyway.
It's reduced by protect someone, so yeah. Yeah. The 3 of you are kind of surrounding Mark, and it looks like you're giving yourselves a good amount of lead time. There's a lot of things basically slowing or holding Mark down right now. Lucas, what are you up to?
So Lucas looks lost in thought for a moment, like they have an idea, but they're not sure how to put it together. And they're thinking back to I forget, was it mentioned when we saw Mark in TV Head's Dream World? We saw them sitting at a table in like
That wasn't Mark.
memory. Oh, that wasn't? Ah, for whatever reason I thought it was.
It was just a Gravewatch member.
I thought that's how they had well, that still gives me an idea. Okay, so I would like to summon a monster,
Of course.
and it is going to look like a bunch of roses with tendrils on it. Any Superman fans around?
Why do you think I keep calling Dale Clark?
Aw.
So that's a first.
I thought it just rhymed with Mark. I thought that's what.
Did,
So your last name is Kids.
did someone fuck up their summon?
Yeah, so Lee, I think you get to pick all the tags. Because that was a 5.
It's Christmas! For Lee and no one
my
else!
gosh, I've never gotten to do that! Oh, I'm
Great.
so glad I added that bit. Can you tell me what the tags are?
The good tags are ally strong, fast, many-limbed, flying, tough, armored,
like one of
magical,
those are bad
sneaky,
tags.
beautiful, terrifying, clever.
Beautiful.
And then there's also the negative tags of angry, slow, confused, cowardly,
I'm not gonna do any of
volatile,
those.
weak, silly, hazardous, and hungry.
Ally.
I feel like we just figured out what our next
Beautiful.
haunt was, or is. Our next case is going out into the world right now.
Beautiful. Sprouting as if from some unnatural earth, this beautiful, hauntingly gorgeous, massive rose begins to sprout from like the metal floor. And it looks like everything is going well until each of the buds opens and this strange like pollen begins to emerge. And everyone, I'm gonna need you to roll me act under pressure.
Now, Dani, I know you've read about this, but what is
I
this?
have, in fact, read about this.
Tell me about the book where you read about this. I'm intrigued. I'd like to know.
Okay. I got a 7. Mixed success.
I got a 9.
9 plus 3 is 12.
Lucas?
5.
Oh, Lucas!
Lucas is having a terrible day.
My dice are hot, and poor Matt's dice. Oof.
I just gained 2 experience in 1 round. I'll have everybody know.
That's
Okay.
that's a lot.
Yeah. So, Lucas first. As you don't react in time to breathe and end up breathing in this strange spores, which come in and out through the top of this room here, and they seem to phase through the tube. As magical as one of the traits I've definitely chosen. Your eyes grow so dark and wide, and you are filled with gut-wrenching, terrible fear as everyone around you twists and morphs. You look at Brittany, who's still stuck next to you, and it looks like she's this gaunt, haunting, like banshee-like creature that is reaching in slowly to like scream you to death as she's just shouting something at you that you cannot hear. Who are my 7 and 9s? Yeah, beautiful. You you get enough time to like cover your mouths, and you get still a small breath of this in. You can feel this like distinct fear setting in that like is uncontrollable. Adrenaline's pumping, your ears are pumping, And so you have just a very simple -1 to act, and I expect you to cause some of your own problems through fear.
Yeah.
And when you explain why something doesn't work.
And I assume that
Dani?
this is a monster power and not a sickness, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dani? Inhale it? You're good. It's never been a problem for you. What are you talking about?
I've been in the bathroom at the Eagle back in 1998. All right, this is nothing.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And Lucas, you've released a terrible monstrosity into the world. It looks like Mark is fine.
They tried this one on him, actually.
Brittany, when you're trying to decide who your least favorite of your brother's friends are, I want you to remember this moment.
She thought very, very highly of Lucas until a second ago. She was like, this kid, who's only 19, is as good as I am. What the hell? Oh, no, he's not.
Dani started from the bottom in Britt's book and is
He's climbing.
Is climbing.
Yeah. For sure, things have just become so much worse. Whose turn is it? I want to say it's Whistler's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a -1 forward.
Mhm.
I think that in a moment of like primal fear, I don't know if this is enough. I think I want to let off PD's combat magic.
Okay.
Instead of the life drain. Even though I should probably persist with life drain because Mark sucks.
Yeah.
It's still a full success.
Okay, choose an extra.
I almost feel bad if it's too helpful. Well, I'm going to not choose You Suffer No Harm. For
Okay.
sure. Can I inflict double harm?
Sure. Tell me what it looks like, because I believe it's the first time you're using this ability.
Yeah, because I think that in some way it's a little disgusting to them because it came from PD and they associate it with their fucked up fungal form. And I think that they for a moment, as their hands reach for Mark, they do phase through his skin just for a second, as they send electricity from their veins, which seem to sort of pulse, and then a wave going through them go into Mark as they're trying to short circuit the electricity in his body.
Yeah. Please tell me how much damage you do.
I do 6 magic, close, obvious, loud, messy. Lightning.
Damn. Yeah. As that lightning arcs through their body, you can see Mark is already moving in this really slow, tranquilized state, and they start vibrating really, really rapidly. They are resistant to lightning. It's still doing a shit ton of damage. And Mark, you're still in Mark's hand.
Mhm.
Mark pulls you closer, and their sideways head stops and stares at you for a second. And you only take 3 harm, as the device in their back is not enabling their musculature to respond effectively,
Right.
and their full strength is not being born against you.
Whistler is unstable, and I think that Whistler is just screaming the whole time.
So anyway, Whistler started blasting. Jesus.
And I like to think that there is at least some amount of blood spatter, or maybe just little chunks of Mark flying off of him that do regenerate.
Certainly.
He does have the messy tag. I don't think it is a pretty magic, even a little.
No, yeah. We see once skin has been peeled back and fried off, that Mark's inner musculature is yellow. It's really gnarly.
Ugh.
And it looks almost like crystal in a little bit. Like it looks very hard and very well like dense.
Mm-hmm.
But when you peel back, it is taking like a very long time to grow back. That was a ton of damage.
Yeah. I think they're just vibrating like, Dale, help! Help!
And about this time, also, we see bursting through one of the doors is my good buddy Jerry, who has a large series of duffel bags on them, with so whatever gear or weapon you had that's normally maybe too large to bring with you on any given day, you can just say that you have.
The flamethrower, yeah.
One bag
Yeah, of
is
course, I assume.
weapons, one bag is snacks.
I did tell him to bring the good mushrooms.
That's true.
He brought a whole
I believe it
bag-
is Dale's turn.
duffel bag of mushrooms.
I thought he was just trying to get high.
Please?
Honestly, maybe he hasn't adapted to a duffel bag of mushrooms.
I don't think they gave this boy psychedelics.
That's probably true.
That was my original plan.
Yeah. Oh, I knew what you were doing, Matt. I know that episode.
Man who has everything.
Yeah,
Is the
absolutely.
device fully implemented, or is it?
Yeah, it's good to go. It's what it's doing is slowing him down and severely reducing his damage.
Got you.
I don't like that his damage is reduced, Lee.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I would have killed you in a second ago.
I know. I'm just sitting here like this does not feel reduced.
This is Maharaga, dude.
I think Dale is going to try to hop off and interpose himself between Mark and Whistler, and just
You want to break his grasp of her?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me protect someone.
Brilliant.
Whistlers are them. But yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so that brings it down to a 7 with I'm assuming the leg thing, because I keep forgetting that occasionally.
Okay.
Mostly
So
I
total of
remember.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. Dale, tell me what it looks like. You're gonna take 3 harm reduced by your armor, as per normal, as you free Whistler, who is going to no longer be in danger.
I think Dale is on his sort of behind him. Right? Is he on his back, or is he behind him?
He was pushing you into the tube with his back, but has since gone. So he's just standing normal right now.
Okay. So I think Dale's just going to sweep around, and he's going to grab Mark's arm and just kind of almost pull Mark into a hug, I think. And I think he's just going to try to jostle him and turn him away from Whistler and just kind of be...
For sure. You are surprised by a very brief moment of where the sunken eyes stare at you, and it lets go, and Dale, you are hugged very, very tightly for a moment as you were dealt the harm I've given you, and then picked up and slammed onto the ground.
Dale's... I ain't letting go, Mark!
Hell yeah. As you, Jerry brings the device in, we see that Brittany seems to have not been affected by the plant spore monster. And as the flamethrower is brought out, she claps her hands, speaks this strange demonic sounding language, hula ha la la shula tu, that sort of thing. As she touches the flamethrower, and it is enchanted. It deals an additional harm plus magic.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
She can't leave her space, so she can't get in there into the fight, but she can at least help somehow.
Dani will tell Jerry, dude, glad you're here. It's a real Kobayashi Maru situation. I'm gonna get on the flamethrower, start blasting this guy in the gonads. I need you to get every psychedelic we fucking got, get him into a big ball, and then we're gonna shove it down his gullet.
You got it. Plan G, got it.
Do I have time to blast this guy with the flamethrower?
Certainly. Go
Hell
ahead and
yeah.
make me a kick some ass roll.
It's Plan G for very good mushrooms. Oh no. Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
I got them Lucas dice.
Uh-oh.
That's a 5 plus, or a 4 plus 1 is a 5.
I mean, anyone in that space can help out.
Yeah, can I try to help out?
Except for Lucas. Lucas is losing it.
Doesn't Dale have some sort of super
He
good?
does, yeah.
If I roll well enough.
Okay.
Hit me with it.
And that the fear oh no. No. Oh no.
What do you got?
Oh, that's So okay, so the -1 from the fear's gone. I can't imagine why any of my readabads would apply to this. So I think it's just a 6.
What rebads did you ask?
I had asked a lot of stuff about the scorpion thing, and then I had something, the shadowy figure slowly fading from dangers. Now's the best time to from. I think that was most.
I will be very
vulnerable.
generous and hand it to you,
All right.
and say that one of those applies.
Got you. Well, then you got a 6. And,
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
yeah, I needed to roll like a 12. To get the
I will try to help
super
out
good one.
now. I just wanted to see if
No,
Dale
there.
can knock it out of the park. Oh god. Okay, I got a 7.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 1. So that
Okay,
was-
you both put yourselves in danger. To assist, tell me how after Dani, engages the flamethrower. Tell me what's going wrong, and the two of you tell me how you help. So
I
Dani,
Am
go ahead
I
and get
saying what's
started.
going wrong? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not joking when I say that I'm trying to hit him in the dick with it. And I think that just like the confusion of bodies, I'm trying not to hit Whistler because I don't really understand if fire will affect them. And then like Dale is like in like a weird hug situation and then being slammed down on the ground. So I think I'm just having trouble like lining up a shot.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me your. Tell me the two of you how you help, and I'll tell you what goes wrong. Total.
I think that as Mark is thrashing about, Whistler using incorporeal sinks like basically like into the base of the platform and then brings their arms and legs up from like underneath Mark to try to like hold them down, to try to like hold them still. So it's basically like partially stuck inside the platform as they're trying to use their limbs as restraints.
I love it.
I think from the ground, Dale remembers that Mark's legs looked more or less normal, so I think he's just gonna try to like kick his legs out from under him, so that it's easier to hold him down.
Yeah. So quick, tell me your harm, and I will deal out mine.
Sure. So the flamethrower is 3 harm, close, fire, heavy, volatile, and then whatever bonus is Brit tapped on that.
Plus
with
1 magic fire.
Yeah.
So technically 4 harm. Ugh.
Yeah. A pretty nasty amount of harm as Mark is engulfed in fire. Anna, as Mark is thrashing about, you feel his foot yank upwards, and it pulls off some of your myconid flesh here, and you take a harm, and it ignores your harm reduction. Mark has figured out how to pull out and destroy part of your body. Dale, no harm is done to you as he, tosses you away. Instead, Mark, while burning, puts his hot fucking fist through the cage, and it shatters like glass. It melts where his hand is, and the cage above him is gone.
Is Jerry there with those psychedelics?
Jerry's working on it.
Okay. Speed it up, Jerry.
Jerry's not a hero. Jerry's gonna be slower than all of you at everything.
Speed it up.
And yeah, with that terrible blast, a lot of the outer kind of elephant skin shell of Mark's body has melted away, and they seem to be unaccustomed to fire currently. But the magic that is holding them down, the cage that is keeping them out, are about to be nullified. And one other thing potentially going wrong means Mark is free and running through the damn park in some way, shape, or form. We have the Grave Watch members who don't know necessarily the situation, delayed by Mark's, well, I guess Mark's as well, Mark's father. We have this wretched rose creature that's spawning this terrible fluid or this terrible gas out into the world. And Lucas, who is not doing so hot and is seeing the world in a much scarier way.
Pupils super dilated, mouth stuck open, tears running down their face.
As we zoom out, do we see anything on the water? A symbol of hope, perhaps?
We see pulling out from the dam. It's really small, but there's something on the water that maybe should not be.
That's right. We drove the Grave Watch van onto the water. Oh.
As we see what looks like a pirate ship half submerged
No.
in the water.
No! You already killed Mothman. Don't kill the Queen
It
Angel.
could be the correct half of it that's submerged. We don't know.
It's true.
It's
That's
leaking
true. It's actually a
marinara
submarine.
like a pool of blood.
And on that, we'll go ahead and take a break.
Christ alive.
Ah.